So there'll be a moment's applause, which is a lovely touch. Obviously, still so much sadness around Paul Green's passing, and we think of his family, Jed and Emerson, his two children. You see there, walked out alongside the respective clubs wearing Cowboys and Sharks jumpers. Can't imagine it gets any easier when a family loses someone so prematurely. So we think of the Green family. From a footy perspective, great to launch round 9 of the competition with a clash between last year's second and third placed outfits. They shared the wins last year. The Sharks won in Townsville, but the one that mattered was week 1 of the finals. It was one of the great games of the year where Valentine Holmes kicked the 2-point field goal and helped the Cowboys beat Cronulla. Can we get a repeat of that? There was 10 tries in the game. It was 18 all at half time. It was 30 all after 80 minutes. They played extra time, then they went to golden points. Something like that would be great to start round 9. Here's Britton Nikora enjoying one of his best seasons. 4 tries, 7 line breaks. Brayley down a short side now. Hines loves to attack those skinny sides. And he's tackled by Gajeski. And Dearden as well. Ramian, it's his 26th birthday today. He's tackled inside the 40. Oh, the pass went behind Nikora. That's a peculiar place to kick from Hines, right against the sideline. But Kennedy breathing down Scott Drinkwater's neck. And they complete the first set in a safe manner, and the Cowboys 5 out from their own line. Evening, Andrew.
Great opening set. They rolled that set 62 metres down the field. In the opening set, you never really see that. It was an odd kick, wasn't it?
He was literally on the side. Oh, a mistake by Kyle Feltz.
Everybody up.
And an early chance for the Sharks, who are the second best attacking team in the competition.
We're back here, boys.
In 2023, they scored 27.6 points per game. They've scored 33 tries. So when you possess that level of potency, you can't give a team a leg up. Let's see whether the Cowboys' defence can withstand an early challenge inside the first couple of minutes. Moylan to feed the scrum.
Hold Jeremiah. Right.
Picked up by Brayley and fired to Hines. Oh, he left Townsend standing and gave it to Talakai. And that might be the easiest opening try we've seen of the season, Phil Gould.
This lad is so talented, Nicho Hines. He is so talented. First attacking player of the game. Look at the move here he puts on these Cowboy defenders. Harvey Norman replay, in and away, draw the centre in, round the corner. How talented is that from this brilliant young playmaker? Andrew?
Oh, he just did Chad Townsend up. That was too easy. Just watch Chad Townsend here. Can't really see it there. We'll see the other angle. When Nicho Hines gets the ball, magic in and away. But Chad Townsend, you can see him actually sit back on his heels. As soon as he sat back on those heels, he could not move. Talakai, that was too easy, but Nicho Hines, he made that look too easy.
His first try of the year, see for Talakai. He's got 7 try assists, though, for a centre.
Watch Townsend. Look, he sits down on his heels and then just can't go again. Look at that. He just burnt him on the outside.
Well, his centre, Peter Hiku, is sort of thinking, Chad, have you got him or not? Have you got him or not? And then he realised that Nicho Hines just had Chad Townsend beat for pace. So he comes in, tackles low, and very calmly Nicho pops it around the corner to Sifa Talakai. He's just getting better and better and better, even with his goal kicking.
Don't take off early in the last, mate. Make sure you hold for the go for that last tackle. Waiting bell.
It's interesting you both point out Nicho Hines' evasive skills, because I think, Andrew, in the modern game, there's not too many players who look like they've got as much time as Nicho Hines. He seems like he plays in slow motion, but he just stood Townsend up there.
Well, that's a sign of class.
In that play, Andrew, there, I've been going to say it for some time. He reminds me very much of a young Greg Alexander, but that play there in particular used to be one of Greg Alexander's best play.
The way he could gap hop.
Yeah, he could just hop between gaps and put pressure on defenders until someone bit, and then he'd get a short pass away. But he reminds me so much of a young Greg Alexander with his speed across the field and the way he threatens the line.
Well, that's the highest praise from you, Gus, comparing him to the great Greg Alexander, captain of the inaugural Panthers team that you coached in Panthers Premiership winning team in '91. Now here's Oregon Kafusi. He's up to the 30.
They got drink water in the line.
And they made them pay straight after the error, and a penalty has piggybacked the Sharks once again down in this red zone. Hamlin Uele. There's Drinkwater with the tackle. Now he's got to get back. He's at marker. Dink over the top, and that one's negotiated safely. Oh, he got a good whack there, Caulfield. He's back in the in goal. They're not going to get the ball back again. He's saying that Caulfield that there was a second tackle and that he had the ball in the field of play, but the referee doesn't agree.
Well, I think they dropped off him. I think they do tackle him, and he's in the field of play there. They fall off him, and he goes to get up, and they tip him over the line. That's fair enough.
But once again, great kick. Just lands it on the spot.
Time your run.
I think they're going short, all right? No, well, it's short-ish, but not. Well, what's that, Gav?
That's as far as he can kick it.
That's long for him.
That's like a mullet. A short, long.
McInnes on to Hamlin Uele. This is very dangerous for North Queensland, who have come here looking for back-to-back wins for the first time in 2023, and they've touched the ball once and knocked it on. This is McInnes, played to Brayley, left to Moylan. He went to Wilton, who tries to bash his way through a gap there. Good tackle, Drinkwater again up in the main line. Oh, he took that. He took that, Kafusi. That was amazing. And a little kick in behind, and Dearden's trapped. I don't think he's going to get back. He can't. No, he tried. But the Sharks just kept turning up, and they're turning the screws after 6 minutes.
And again, great composure from the halfback, Nicho Hines. There was a threat of a drop ball in front of him. He got the ball, summed it up quickly, and just dribbled it into the in goal.
They've gone short.
They've got to try and, oh dear, that was a mess. Even the contest, and Hines has got it back. Played to Brayley, left to Moylan, and Talakai v Hiku. They try to drag him. Are they going to put him over? Yes, they do. Well, that is good defence by the Cowboys, and a little bit of respite now.
Just in this opening 7 minutes, just watching the Cronulla forwards, 2 or 3 times they've found Scott Drinkwater in the line defending. Now, a couple of times they look like they're going to go wide, and the forwards tip to the halves to get an inside pass or a change of angles, and they've found Drinkwater. So it's obviously a plan, something that Craig Fitzgibbon's put into the forwards, that if they can see that fullback defending in the line, they've got to get at him.
All right, 7 minutes gone. It's been all Cronulla. Let's go to Cronulla's favourite son, Paul Gallen, sideline. Evening, Gal.
Evening, boys. Absolutely perfect conditions down here. It's 20 degrees. The weather is clear. There's a slight breeze behind the Sharks. It says it's coming at 30 kilometres an hour. I don't think it's quite that strong, but it's definitely behind the Sharks. It's keeping the field dry. So let's hope we see a lot of footy played tonight.
And that explains the dropout that got held up in the breeze. Thanks, Gal. Here's McLean now. Oh, was that a second effort? He was appealing for a 6 again there, McLean. You see the wind get hold of that high kick by Townsend, and here's Ronaldo Mulatalo. What a year he's having. And what a try scoring striker. He's got 51 tries in 71 career games, Ronaldo.
Oh, wow. Reece Robson then. He just tried to put a shot on Talakai. Maybe pick your mark.
And now Korfusi versus Deeren and Gajeski. And Robson there too. McInnes takes it very flat from Brayley at dummy half. Dragged down on the halfway, and Cohen Hess in his 150th NRL game has tackled Nicho Hynes in mid-air, I think, here.
Contact on kicker, mate.
So is this a new rule? Last weekend there was a challenge from Zach Lomax on Keary. That is simultaneous. It's not high, it's not late.
It's got to be in the air, though, Joey.
I don't think so. The left foot, I think the left foot was still on the ground, the plant foot. It's pretty much simultaneous. I think the left boot is still on the ground. I think that's a harsh penalty against Cohen Hess.
It's very hard to challenge kickers in general play now. It's a risk versus reward scenario. Hynes is going to take the shot at 6-0.
Yeah, obviously they've done all the defending.
Cowboys have not got into this game after 10 minutes, and a chance for Hynes to push it out to an 8-point lead. Good crowd in the triangle for Thursday night footy.
Oh, I thought Jordan was just milking there, mate. I'll watch that. All right, sure. Keep behind it.
First time the Sharks have been back at home in the Shire since that remarkable game of football against the Warriors a couple of Sundays back when they led. Now, what was it? Was it 20-0 after 12 minutes or something like that?
Had a big enough lead to win a Melbourne Cup twice and still lost. Paul Gallen.
Yeah, hey guys, look, I'm with Joey on that one. I think, am I going? I'm with Joe on that one, boys. I think that's a real tough call. Look, you can't let halfbacks dictate everything to the defensive line. You need to be able to pressure them. And it wasn't dangerous. He held him all the way to the ground and took him to the ground quite safely. So I think it's a tough call.
Call that cost 2 points. McInnes.
Last tackle, Marcus square. Hold, go. Last,
Here's Nicho. No pressure on him there. A kick towards Taulungi's side of the field. And fires the ball away to the super talented Scott Drinkwater. 245 metres against Newcastle. 2 try assists. Born in Penrith. Played Junior Rugby League at Terrigal, so not too far from Newcastle.
And his brother? His brother's in the Super League.
Sure.
Josh Drinkwater.
Yeah.
Played lower grades for Manly.
He's felt 13 tries in his last 15 games against the Sharks. They're going nowhere here.
Well, they got no petrol in their tank. 79% of possession to the Sharks. They've done his tackle for the opening 12 minutes.
And Townsend kicking into the teeth of a very strong breeze behind Cronulla, as Paul Gallen told us, and Kennedy, who's having a remarkable season with 9 tries in 6 games, almost splits the Cowboys from kick reception. And now Ronaldo put down within 32 of the line. Brayley with a scamper. Ball fired to Nikora. Holmes and Dearden, the two main tacklers. They're down inside the 20 again here, Cronulla. Oh, Hammond-Uele, get that one into your Val. And now Nikora against the retreating defensive line. It's pinballed around. Ramian's got it down. This will be another try. This will be another 4-pointer for Cronulla. Their second after 13 and a bit minutes.
I think it's an underused skill, a back rower who can grab a kick in behind. So when a back rower gets into the line, the defence has to come up. Harvey Norman replay. Hammond-Uele playing dodgem cars. And Nikora goes to the line. And because he's a big body, the defence has to come up. He comes off Dearden, ricochets into his own player. Great skill. They are flying, the Sharks.
Well, they're just playing with the freedom, aren't they? I mean, he doesn't even second guess himself. He doesn't hesitate, the back rower there, to put his foot to the ball. He saw an opportunity to get it in behind. He took it. He obviously practices it. He obviously thinks about it.
Well, you see Drinkwater. He's behind the ruck. He goes to the open side because Nicho Hines is there. So there's 3 attackers, 3 defenders. So if the back rower can find space with that grubber kick, you can't defend it if he gets it right. I'm now looking at this. Has it been confirmed, this try?
Yeah. It's a phenomenal start. Oh, but they just roll through their stuff, Cronulla. Cronulla just come and do their own stuff. That's what they do.
And this is the man that orchestrates it all. Oh, what a lovely kick.
Yeah. Just make sure you get your front foot to us. Thanks.
Good birthday present for Jesse Ramian. A 4th try in the season and a 14-0 lead. They're almost keeping pace with the clock. Hammond-Uele with a very good kick return. Granville there, McLean there. Ball played to Brayley, and here's Nikora again.
Well, every set start, they've just gone down their right side, getting their big men at Dearden.
And here's the slingshot play, and here's Talakai, and here's Ronaldo Mulatalo. Ronaldo's over the halfway. He's got Drinkwater a bit. Oh, Nicho was just too far out in front of him, and he couldn't handle it.
Ronaldo, past school during
Everybody
the
up.
week.
Middle.
They skinned him
Shot
on the
clock
outside.
on.
That was too easy.
Just on the shot clock here, boys.
Look at the speed here of Ronaldo. He gets in the clear. He burns Petahiku.
Did he what?
All coaches hold their breath when their winger goes to pass. Doesn't matter where. You just hold your breath. You hope it goes okay. You kind of hope it goes okay.
Shot clock off.
All right, I think the news might have got a little bit worse here. I'll put him on the spot. Gal, I noticed Jordan McLean has come from the field after 16 minutes. Is that an injury or is that an HIA, or I wonder if it's a schedule change?
Pretty sure it's a HIA, guys.
Okay.
They got the HIA card up there. Ruben Cotter's gone on.
Right.
So no good for the Cowboys. Great defence from the Sharks.
Oh, Hines.
That was a tackle from Blake Brayley. Up under the ribs.
So Holmes tried to force the ball out, but held it. Had been called. Now here goes Cotter. So you've got Granville and Cotter both in this forward pack against some giants for Cronulla.
Yes.
6 more. Flop in. No tackles.
So they want to hold on the ball.
Now, here's Jeremiah Nane out the back. Drinkwater waiting. He offloads. Robson. He's always likely. Fires it out to Val. Val v. Ramian. And Nicho in there to close the tackle down. Here's Kajeski. Nikora and Brayley, the defenders. 23 out from the line. First decent ball they've had in the game so far, and Hess bumped away from Wilton and offloaded. Granville, Townsend, marginal pass. Well done by Cotter to actually hang on to that. Third tackle, Robson, Townsend kicks in behind, picked up beautifully by Katoa. That was an early kick by Townsend, didn't quite have the sufficient weight to get it to the in goal, and here's Talakai.
Well, they've just got to be patient, the Cowboys. If they can control their possession, put a little bit of pressure back on the Sharks. The Sharks have leaked points this year. They have given up big leads. You can get yourself back into the contest.
In particular, their left side, the Sharks. They can get Jeremiah Nanai one-on-one with Moylan. His defence this year, Moylan, in some games has been disappointing.
Nico, with the breeze at his back, reefs it downfield. It's taken by Drinkwater on his own 10, conceding on average 21 points per game, the Sharks. So for a team that could be in second position with victory here, that's a record that could do with some improving.
Well, Craig Fitzgibbon is a defence-orientated coach. He'd be disappointed in that.
Robson. Good ball. Did it on the back up.
I love the dummy half running. Love that.
Here's Drinkwater. Nothing doing. Now Dearden's asked to kick on 5. Nene's coming through. Oh, Ronaldo flew over the top of him and didn't get a hand on it, and Wilton's got the ball back. Well, that looks spectacular, but he came up with duck egg.
Nanai, there's a head clash there with Talakai. So he'll be off for HIA soon.
That's Sione Katoa. Oh, they're an unbelievable pairing. So Katoa's got 50 tries in 71 games. Ronaldo's got 51 in 71. So they both scored at a strike rate of over 70%. That is elite, and they've got two wingers in elite status as far as scoring strike rates go. Hines. And back comes Drinkwater. Danica breaking news.
Yeah, it looks as though Jordan McLean will be a strong chance of returning into the action tonight. We do have confirmation he did go off for a head injury assessment. It was actually a call from the trainer, and speaking to the NRL officials, it has not been categorised at all. So it's looking likely he'll be back into the action in about 15 minutes' time.
All right, thanks, Danica. Here's Hiku. They've monstered him a few times early. Played every game for the Cowboys last season. The veteran Kiwi centre, now Gajewski.
Yeah, you only play into Cronulla's hands by running one out. You've got to dart out from dummy half, or at least move the ball around a little bit. You'll find some space eventually.
Kennedy breaking out of tackles. Had a hat-trick inside 23 minutes last week, Will Kennedy.
Tackle 2, back you go. Hold, go 2.
And now Wilton.
Get up there, Reese.
Played every minute of the season for the Sharkies so far, running for almost 140 metres per game as Hines takes on the defence. Nicola didn't quite get in the way, went through the line, no obstruction. And McGuinness plays so far above his weight. Hines kicking for Ramien to challenge, but Taulungi's there. It's a mid-air tackle.
Well, this will help piggyback out of trouble. It'll give them 30-40 seconds to regroup. The big men to get their petrol tanks up. Still no ball, hardly. 36% of possession for the Cowboys.
Oh, he's tapped it.
Why would he have tapped that ball?
He's just run to where he would have kicked it out.
I think Val got 10 metres into the run and thought the same thing. What am I doing?
Unless the wind is much stronger than we think, but they weren't that far in from touch.
He could have kicked that to the 40-metre mark.
Well, you'd think so.
The Bermuda Triangle.
Anything can happen Thursday at the Bermuda Triangle.
Joey's been to a few of those. Hines. So Hess on the inside pass. Ronaldo gets up and takes it well under pressure. Well, Nene's there trying to challenge for the ball.
You can't just turn the shoulder,
but the referee says he didn't have eyes for it, had eyes for the player.
They just braced. He had eyes for the ball in the last minute. He looks up. He's a player, this young fella. Nene, for the big man, he's got great footwork. Watch the right foot step.
17 tries last year.
They need to work out how to get him more ball, more quality ball.
They've locked him up long term as well. He signed a 1-year extension.
The other
4 months ago, but
the other guy
for a few more
who's out, Helam Lukey. Oh, he's a beauty too.
So the players they've got out, they're all key middle forwards. Taumalolo obviously sidelined for an extended period. Griffin Nee and Helam Lukey, James Tamo and no Luciano Leilua either. So they've got a large chunk of their first choice forward pack missing. Talakai through Hines and McInnes. Nico once again. Now Felt went back to try and get a running leap at it. He took it well.
Great take.
There was two of the best leapers up against each other there. Nico Hines loves to kick from Mulatalo over into that left-hand corner, and Cole Felt was ready for him.
I'm not sure Peter Hickory's well. Oh, did it. Dummies and runs. Oh, Tom did it. Has it gone forward? Oh, it didn't. Well, there's a little bit of fortune, one might say, for North Queensland. Let's see if they can springboard off that. There's a run, Jermaine Tenor-Brown. 8 short of the halfway. Cotter for Townsend. Where is everyone?
Oh, walking.
Where were they? Chad wanted to pass it. He got creamed.
They were walking.
Northies.
Oh, it's a miss kick by Drinkwater.
They look like they were in quicksand, the support players.
It's a break.
Is that him? He took that ball close to the line early in the half. Juggled that ball around his ankle.
Yeah.
3, Jesse. Push up, Jake.
Jack Williams. I really like him as a player. Very similar to Cam McInnes.
Felt gets back there. Hines chases his own kick and drags him down. Townsend for Val Holmes. Oh, they thought about driving him back. This is all donkey work for the Cowboys. They've been trying to get the ball up the other end of the field pretty much for the whole half so far, and it's not working at the moment. That's 4 tackles.
Yeah, we've all had nights like this at Cronulla.
Oh, Tenor-Brown rattled by a big shot. Look at this. They're kicking from inside, well, just outside the 10 into a breeze. It'll be lucky to get to the halfway. Oh,
They'll be doing well to hold on here, the Cowboys.
this is tough work, isn't it?
See Nico about to go to work.
C for Talakai. Chad Townsend and Reece Robson. Knock him over. Hines now. McInnes. And Nay around the legs. Granville wraps up the ball. Fast play the ball though. Moylan right on the advantage line. Hines joins in. Here's the slingshot. Away to Katoa. Katoa he did. Oh, he beat 2 of them. they both missed him cold. Sione Katoa with a try, and really, they should have wrapped him up there.
Well, this is repetition at training. Repetition, repetition, repetition. At overspeed. So when they get on the field, Harvey Norman replay, watch. To the line, quick, ball in front. To the line, ball in front. Kennedy, catch pass, ball in front. They're on fire, the Sharks. Look at that. Great finish. You spoke about the wingers. What a great finish that was. Gal.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. What a finish by Sione Katoa. Great play from the Sharks. That's the type of footy the Sharks love, boys. They love the continuous, constant play. I'm not sure how long the ball was in play for, but it would have been, I reckon, 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes of continuous play. They put a great kick downfield, defended up, got the ball in a good field position, and obviously Sione Katoa goes over for the try. That's the type of footy the Sharks want to play and love to play.
He is a beauty, this guy. You could see just the disappointment. It was more than disappointment for Val Holmes. He slammed the turf after he missed that tackle.
That's their favourite play. They like to run when they come to the right side. They get Jesse Raymond running the decoy for William Kennedy, and they create the 2-on-1 on the outside.
It's 20-0, eh? They are motoring. Well, Cowboys are going to find something.
On your own, guys.
The clean will be back.
JT got his footy boots?
Definitely not. These boys are way too big.
How are you seeing it, JT? They've been just absorbing punch after punch, your team.
Yeah, it's just been one-way traffic. The Sharkies have controlled the ball. Nico Hines has got a lot of time to kick. He's putting it in the right areas, and the Cowboys are just coming off the back, off their try line. So they've got a lot of work to do, the Cowboys. They need to arrest the momentum, try and get some good kicks in and try and apply a bit of pressure.
Let's see if they can respond. Thanks, JT. McGuinness. Brayley for Nico. Rinse and repeat, isn't it? Look where Taulagi takes that. 2 metres out from his own line. And there's a Shark wall to drag him to ground. Telstra. Oh, hang on. He got it at the back. Whoa. And Holmes has gone through it. Can you believe that? Oh, no. Is this the Bermuda Triangle taking over again?
Every time. Every time. Cowboys aren't enjoying it too much tonight, are they? They need something good to go their way very soon.
They just got a favourable call. Telstra has some of the best defence in the business. Tackling millions of cyber threats every day. They're secured by Telstra. Here's Ruben Cotter.
I wonder if Telstra can explain the Bermuda Triangle. What happens down there?
I can tell you their phone reception is as strong as ever, even in the Bermuda Triangle.
They sorted my internet today, so they can do anything.
Here he goes, Dearden. He's a great ball runner. And he burst into the backfield. He was wrapped up by Kennedy. There's a little bit of something. Whoa, the pass goes to ground.
Well, the pass hit the mark, but Chad Townsend wasn't watching. I don't know what happened there.
And now he's stuck a kick up. Phelps flying through. Oh, Ronaldo bobbled but took it.
Now that little line break there from Dearden, that's what the Sharks will offer up to you sometimes. Just out of nowhere, They just allow people to come through their front line. And it's what gives them incentive to keep trying, I guess. Cowboys have just got to be thinking they have to be next to score.
Power up the field. Wade Graham. The defence was, they didn't move up at all. He ran for 20 metres before he saw anyone. And Hines from that right-hand short side. Kennedy's trying to time and jump. He actually had a catch on that, but it hit his fingers and rolled forward. Had he have taken that, he would have scored just about. There was support around him too.
He scored one like this last week. Yeah, you can see the confidence sky high. He looked up and then he looked at Drinkwater a couple of times.
So here's Petahiku. Here's McLean. They are stuck in the mud. Drinkwater injects a bit of impetus into this set. Good run.
Once again, a bit loose around the middle of the field, around the ruck, the Sharks. Did in the set before, that time Drinkwater.
Cotter over for Townsend. Dearden dummies, runs. He's through. Dearden. Felt's there. Felt versus Ronaldo. That is one of the great fends we've seen in decades. He nearly put him into Botany Bay. What a try.
And that's what happens. The Sharks just out of nowhere can just give you space. It's the second time in a couple of minutes that Dearden has just dummied his way through the line. Harvey Norman replay. Pretty simple play out to the edge. There's nothing happening here. Just dummy straight past Moylan and Talakai. And Kyle Felt, well, he's got Mulatalo on the back foot and just helps him on his way.
And that's the side to attack. There's space and breaks around Moylan and Talakai. Just go straight through there, Did. Look at this finish. Look at the balance. They're a running battle, these two. Felt and Mulatalo.
So Caulfield continues a great try-scoring streak against the Sharks. 14 now, and he's past 16 games. Escow.
Yeah, worrying defence for the Sharks. He's way too many line breaks here for the Cowboys. They've gone through on 3 or 4 different occasions. And if you remember, only 3 or 4 weeks ago, the Sharks led the Warriors 20 points to 0 and let them back into the match. So surely they've learned from that, and they'll play better for the rest of this match and hopefully get the win.
How's the fend? It's Greg Inglis-esque. And put him straight on the bridge of his back. Things feel a little bit better now for North Queensland. So Feltz injects a bit of positivity into the first half of North Queensland.
I always thought Cole Felt would have made a really good centre. Just his footwork and his balance, you're seeing there defend.
He played a lot of centre before he came into the NRL with the Northern Pride in the Queensland Cup.
Seen bits and pieces of some things he's done with his footwork and speed. You saw there the balance and defend. I thought he'd be a really good centre.
A lot of one-out stuff, and the Sharks are picking them off. Fourth tackle, McLean plays out to Nene. They're trying to get at Moylan. International back rower against the smaller man for Cronulla, Townsend. Well, that's a better set from them in terms of field position. Kennedy will be pulled down inside his own 30.
Well, it's a matter of what the Sharks learned from that day against the Warriors. They led 20-0, then 20-6. Scored again to lead 26-6. So they had a 20-point lead twice, but went down to them at home. It's an easy half-time talk for the coach, isn't it? We've been here before, boys.
Ramian and Katoa pursuing this kick. Taulagi with a good catch. He's really tried hard, Holmes. He's taken all those hard carries. A couple of half line breaks as well. Felt wanted a penalty there. Didn't get one now. Hiku.
Well, there's only one player moving at a time on every ruck with the Cowboys. It's just one out, one out, one out. Here we go, one out again. The Sharks will just swallow that up. And the Cowboys didn't do that last year. They came at you at numbers on every play, on every part of the field. They got out of dummy half with support. They ran with support.
So while they haven't measured up to the standard of last year, they're not too far away. We're early in the season, so every team is within striking distance. But if they were to win tonight, that gives them a 4th victory, and they get up towards the cusp of the 8. They haven't had a bye yet either, so they'd actually be somewhere near the 8s if they could overcome this gap.
They've had a lot of injuries. I think last year all up they only used 25 players. Had a great run with injuries. It makes such a difference.
That's a great play of the ball. Nikora. And Hines, he loves kicking down that right-hand short side, doesn't he? Drinkwater well positioned and tackled by Blake Brayley. One-handed scoop and run by Taulagi. Good meters from the Queensland and Australian winger. Drinkwater again. Well, he's bringing the energy. He and Dearden and Taulagi and Feltz, they're the ones. Holmes. Little tap-on play from McLean finds Cotter. Townsend short to Nene. Now Taulangi's after this. He's got a stack of Sharks in front of him. He couldn't get a clean passage to the ball, and it's taken well by Katoa. Last minute of the first half, Sharks 20, Cowboys 6. Thursday night footy coming to you from the Triangle, aka PointsBet Stadium.
These Sharks outside backs, geez, they did some good work, don't they? They just come in and run the ball hard, let their forwards have a rest.
A shallower kick, and Holmes dropped back out of the line to retrieve the ball. So 20 points to 6. Look, it's a manageable score for the Cowboys. They just haven't shown any signs they're capable of rattling off some tries here.
Particularly if that northeast breeze holds up. Normally it doesn't down at Cronulla. But they've certainly run into a breeze in the first half, the Cowboys.
Sharks impressive. The Cowboys with a pretty important try there before half time to go in at 20-0 would be a huge blow. 20 points to 6 doesn't quite look so bad. Kia Thursday night footy coming to you from the Triangle. PointsBet Stadium, and the Sharks lead the way. It is a healthy advantage at 20 points to 6. The Cowboys did score the last try of the first half, and as we touched on, the Sharkies haven't been back home since they blew that massive lead against the Warriors a couple of weeks back. Can history repeat itself? Check in with the guys on the touchline regarding that breeze too. It was a profound wind that favoured Cronulla in the first half. So if it's maintained its direction, the Cowboys should be able to use that to advantage. They were running into the head of it for the most of the game. Kick on the full to Will Kennedy. Scored twice against North Queensland in that remarkable game in week 1 of the finals last season. 32-30, 10 tries. Now Ronaldo Mulitalo.
Would have been an interesting conversation in both dressing rooms. As I said, the Sharks have been here before, leading 20-6 at half-time against the Warriors and lost that game. All they need is a reminder of what got them beaten on that day. And the Cowboys, well, they need these 2 points. They've really got to show something here. Away from home and well behind. If they could win this, it would make a real statement about their season.
Yes, they've had no field position, have they? And once again, Hines with that kick into the corner, and the Cowboys have got to work it up off their own line.
Well, it didn't look like Cronulla were running into a breeze there. They just did exactly what they did in the first half. Cowboys have got to get activated.
Oh, Hines. Hit by his old teammate Wade Graham. Ball out to Townsend, and he fires it wide to Kyle Phelps. Comfortable tackle there by Talakai. Moylan part of it too. Drinkwater bombs away, and this is going to land in no man's land. It's going to bounce back towards the... it's knocked back by Williams, but it's a penalty to
within 10.
Cronulla for being inside the 10. That was a bit of an anticlimax.
I always used to hate the first 2 or 3 minutes after half-time. Stomach full of water or Gatorade.
Didn't they give you oranges at Newcastle?
No.
Did you have any lolly snakes or anything?
Pie now and then.
Pie. Bit of Henny Penny.
Well, the Cowboys have got to defend this. They just can't let the Sharks get away too far.
Moylan runs onto it. Kennedy, Talakai, Mulitalo. Townsend's getting across. Mulitalo was only ever going to win that battle against Chad Townsend, and they make it look too easy again.
Well, it's just a training gallop. Honestly, this is just a training exercise. But watch how beautifully they get the ball in and out of their hands. One movement. Out the back. Moylan times it right. Catch pass, ball in and out of your hands. Harvey Norman replay. Mulitalo. Too strong for Townsend. And it's just all so easy. They execute so well.
Once again, repetition. Training at overspeed. Training faster than what you play. Catch pass, ball in front. The amount of times you see overlaps, try confirmed. You see teams with overlaps and the balls just go a little bit behind and negates the advantage. He can finish this young man.
So, Ronaldo, 18 from 18 at PointsBet Stadium. He's a try-scoring machine. And there's not just that, he's got 11 line breaks, first in the comp. Great finisher, great strike runner, and does all the hard yards coming out of trouble. What a player.
Well,
you've got to make these tackles.
Yeah, if you're going to be on the end of this back line, you're going to score tries. Yeah. The way they do it. The two halves time their stuff perfectly. Kennedy's so good, and both centres can get the ball in and out of their hands. And they just get you away down the edges.
It's a tough kick. Straight into the breeze.
Bounces off the post, no goal, 24-6.
On your run.
You pinpointed the centres and their ability to ball play, Gus. Now, Sifa Talakai has got 8 try assists for the season. He's a centre. The best in the comp's 9. Never seen anything like that.
You don't normally see a player who's a damaging runner like Talakai, who plays in the centres, has great catch and pass, purely because growing up, he wouldn't have had to do it. He wouldn't have had to catch and pass when he's a kid.
Run over the top of
Just
it.
run over the top of it. So for his soft hands and the way he's putting his winger away.
Oh, dear. Williams punches straight through the middle. Where's the support? Williams gets to drink water. He gets up and goes again. Oh, he passed it. It's a penalty. Oh, it's a high tackle, is it?
How did he get through then? That was...
That's dangerous. That's danger signs, that.
That was really soft. You can get a replay there. You didn't see when he broke the front line. Crease up a little bit high, drink water. So they'll go for the 2 here.
Nico wants to take the penalty goal.
He just comes off his right foot and goes through Nene, and then Townsend just tries to grab the jersey. Todd Payton, he would be furious with that defence.
Well, it just didn't happen last year, did it? You never saw things like that last year. That's just a one-out miss in the front line.
He's pretty poker face usually, Todd Payton, but I'm sensing some anger in that expression.
There's always a tell, Matt. There's always a tell.
Yep. On your run.
$20 points the gap now. The Breeze carried that restart a long way downfield. Big Royce Hunt swatting defenders away. Now Brayley.
Well, they're running without fear. Everyone's lining up wanting to have a run because you're just not getting hit, you're not getting hurt.
Hines to Moylan to Talakai. Oh, he dropped off in there, Hiku. Look at this yardage. It's tackle 4, and they're over the halfway already.
Well, there's ball movement coming out of trouble. Can't understand why more teams don't move the ball. Just easy meters. Defensive teams are really passive. The teams are coming out of trouble.
There's a few Sharks rushing through here. Oh, Drinkwater knocked it on, I reckon. Oh, this is a problem now. More defence.
Nickera gets down there. He hustles down the back rower and he goes up a little bit early and he balks.
Cowboys challenging ruling, knock on, mate.
Well, this is a throw at the stumps, isn't it? Let's hope they're not burning a challenge.
We've cleared the kick chase from the Sharks at this point. Just need to see if there's any knock-on from the Cowboys.
Looks like it just comes down his shirt front, doesn't
Just
it?
hits his chest, does it?
I'm wondering if they were challenging, hoping that they might find Nickera has interfered with the catcher.
Does it
But
come
they've
down?
cleared that already.
He's come down on his shoulder. It looks like he hits his left bicep.
Yeah, it comes off him.
At this point, it has missed Scott Drinkwater's arm and hit his body, playing on at this point. At this point, the whistle is blown. Scott Drinkwater has possession. The challenge is successful.
So I missed his arm.
My eyes
Tackle
must
one
be going.
with Scott.
Painted
It's
on.
the body, not the arm. It's tackle one.
It's his
Scott's
body,
got
not the
one.
arm.
Wait.
But
Tackle
if you're
one.
trying to catch it, that's still a knock on,
Front
isn't
foot,
it?
front foot.
I thought the arm was connected to the body. Yajeski. Oh, look at this.
That may have been the Victor Radley angle. Get a bunker.
Hit your body, not your arm.
Boys, let go. Marcus, hold.
I learn a new rule every week. Anyway, might be the little bit of luck that the Cowboys needed. Now they're running in numbers better.
Townsend, Drinkwater tried to slip through that little gap and give it to Felt, but it closed quickly. Mulatalo and Talakai. Now, Super Talakai has been inconvenienced. He stayed down on the ground. The kick high in the air. Katoa takes it. Now, Val Holmes, he has given 150% tonight. He's been their most energetic by a distance.
Yep.
And he's run down and put a shot on.
Okay.
Oh, that's a forearm. Gee.
What are we waiting on here?
Yeah, mate, they have. We'll just hold it here for a minute.
Are they looking to challenge Valentine Holmes on Katoa?
I think they're going to go back and
I don't know what we're
penalise
doing.
him.
Yes.
Oh, he's on report.
Scott's on report. Lifting the forearm back here. Tackle one.
So there's no penalty, it's just a report.
Why isn't that a penalty?
The brutish figure of Royce Hunt.
It's been strong.
Graham,
He's an angry man, Royce.
is he?
Yeah, he plays angry.
He's scary.
That's what you want off your front rowers.
Yeah.
Danica, some breaking news.
Yeah, Chad Townsend has come from the field. He just went straight up the tunnel. He came off limping and he's now on the sideline with some ice on his calf. Apparently he was touch and go to play. He went through a fitness test, but now he's come from the field. So we'll get an update and see whether he will be returning later on tonight.
Thanks, Danica. Now, Tom Chester, who didn't get on the field last week, has gone out there. And he nearly had an intercept opportunity as Moylan dinks it up in the air. It's gone back. Oh, it was a hand from Drinkwater on it. Moylan kicks again. 6 more, Matt.
And he's dropped it. Peter Hicks just dropped it.
Peter.
Oh.
All up. Clock on. Where's Chad?
Did he rule 6 to
Where's
go?
Chad?
Yeah. Drinkwater got a hand on it.
Chad's off. You're captain. Okay, Chad's off. So Jordan's the captain. He's calling to me before the 10 seconds. Okay, challenging rule of your knock on, mate. Yep. Okay.
Catch it, Peter. Catch it, Pete.
So the ball initially touches the left hand of Peter Hiku. Just need perspective whether he retains possession and which way the ball goes. So at this point, the ball is travelling backwards. We now lose sight of the ball, just looking for an angle. Based on
an
the
angle.
available angles,
I
the
have
Cowboys
dreams like
will
this
retain their
sometimes.
challenge, but the on-field ruling will stand.
Camera doesn't show it, so we still play the knock on, you keep your challenge.
So Sharks get the ball back.
Yeah.
Sharks have got the ball.
To the line,
They
guys.
scored off tackle 1 the last time they had a scrum win here. The ball went to Nico Hines on the left. Now Nico's over to the right. Kennedy's over to the left this time.
Time on, head in, Blake.
Which way will it go?
Hey.
Nico gets it.
Dearden's in front of him. He tries the same play and he lost it forward.
Yeah, good work
Knock
from
on.
Tommy Dearden
Knock
there.
on.
Well, he didn't plant his feet. Tommy did.
No,
Oh, he hustled up.
it's a
Kept
pass.
his
Okay.
feet moving.
All up, shot clock on.
The positional change is interesting. Chester is defending in the front line and Drinkwater staying at fullback.
There's the
Chester
middle if you want the middle.
filled in for Drinkwater at fullback.
Yeah, but he's a half, 5'8".
Blake,
Yep.
Blake, you make,
Good player too.
Be quick.
yeah. Heads in, mate.
He's got some game.
Get in, mate. Get in.
He could do something for them here.
Head in, Blake. Right.
Here's Felt now. And next weekend, the world's largest rugby league festival, NRL Magic Round, is back in Brisbane. Grab your mates for the ultimate Friday double header. Get your Magic Round party pass today, starting from $50 at nrl.com/tickets. You've got to get to Magic Round if you haven't been. It's a wonderful weekend of rugby league. Great colour. Great to see all the different jerseys getting around town. Footy wall to wall. Now, that's Mitch Dunn, who also didn't get any game time last week.
I just noticed I've got a missed call from Ray Warren. He obviously said something wrong during the call.
Oh,
He's still checking on me. I'll have to ring him back later and find out what I did wrong.
I reckon it was a pocket dog.
No, he always sends me a message or gets up me about something.
He can't answer just at the moment, Rabs. He'll ring you back later. So here's Tom Hazelton.
Saw Tom Hazelton in the trial match. He played well.
He's a good player.
He looks like a front row. That's how your front rowers got to look.
Graham now.
He's a good kid too. He's been in my lounge room at home a number of times.
Oh,
He's a big boy.
presumably you invited him.
He's mates with my son. Good kid. Hard worker. Big Tommy.
Local boy.
Yep. Oh no, he country boy.
He's only 24. I don't know what's happened with his hair. No, maybe he's got it short by design. So McLean now. That was good contact. Lovely ball. Robson tries to sprint through a hole. Dragged down there by Williams. A couple of metres over the halfway. Jake Granville over to Dunn. And now through Dearden, Drinkwater, Holmes. Good tackle, Katoa.
A great read defensively. Katoa saw the threat.
Now Drinkwater, well, he's the one with all the spark for them, isn't he? And Holmes tries to roll it through, and Kennedy has got it.
Oh, that was brave. That was brave from Kennedy. Gal.
Yeah, boys, talking about Tommy Hazelton, you're right. He's a great young kid, works very hard, but his nickname's 40. He's a modern-day 40-20.
He's from Goulburn. Played with the Goulburn Bulldogs.
We've got it now.
Been in the
Yeah, is
Sharks
that all it
system a
is?
little while. I think he was Jersey Flag Player of the Year back in 2019.
Oh, it's a trip here.
Yeah, he's injured.
Well, it's an attempted trip.
Now, in years gone by,
Blake.
in the good old days of the bad old days, this was an automatically send-off, Gus.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not liking the action, mate.
Yep.
It's a trip. In the 70s and 80s, this was an automatic send-off.
Yeah, I want to go up, mate.
It's a dead set trip.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. You don't even have hands on him.
He's in the bin.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, it's been a lamentable night for North Queensland. That probably sums up what they've displayed, which is a lack of concentration, really. I feel like they've been well off the pace from the opening kickoff.
Well, they're missing a lot of their big men in the middle. How many did you say? 3 or 4? 5.
It gets hard. You're a long way away from home and you get behind on the score early. You're running into the breeze. Nothing's working for you. The other team are playing well, which doesn't help either when you're trying to regain form. Sharks are just too good for them at the moment.
Moylan and Hines. Nico takes them on himself. He's wrapped up by Chester. They head to a left-hand side now, and this is Wilton. Jeremiah Nene, the tackler. Hines steps Granville. Nico into a bit of space. Ball's come free. Another masterclass from Hines tonight. He's done whatever he's wanted.
Well, it's going to be form hard to ignore when they start naming rep teams, isn't it? You sit down, you look at the top teams in the comp, and you wonder why they're on top, and you start to look at individual players. He's a big, big reason why the Sharks are what they are. I think he's got to be at least on the bench somewhere.
That was a good shot. Oh, Graham might have got the ball back for the Sharks here. He has. He's laying flat on his back and sticks a hand out and pats it back towards his own team, and Nikora dives on it. Now Wilton runs to the middle. There's the meter readers. Ronaldo, Talakai, Kennedy, and Scott Drinkwater. An admirable return for North Queensland. 20 points the difference, and Jack Williams wins 6 more for his team. You feel the Cowboys are about to break here under immense pressure. It'd take a monumental effort to stop them. Hazelton! That would have been a popular try. The meter out. Brayley, Hines with a juggle and a floating pass which was tapped by Kyle Felt and caught by Ronaldo Mulatalo. That's 3 restarts in about 4 plays. Make it 4 in 5. Williams, wrapped up by Gajeski. Hines, Talakai with a glorious tap on to Ronaldo Mulatalo. Another one.
Well, he didn't even bother to catch this one. Just helped it on its way. So much variety to the left here. They've got their stock standard plays, and then they've got the ones where they just read it. Harvey Norman replay. Hines to Talakai to Mulatalo. What's this? Flick. Brilliant stuff. Jonathan Thurston.
I was watching Nico Hines very closely then. They had 4 from the post defensively, the Cowboys on the right-hand side with Jeremiah Nenai under the post. So Nico Hines called an overriding call. He gets the ball. There's Nenai just there and goes deep into the line, puts it on a platter for Talakai, and the skillful work from him, but all work from Nico Hines standing there, playing downfield, looking what's in front of him and getting the ball and delivering.
They're as clinical as any attacking group in the league. They really do. They don't miss their opportunities very often. They've got some nice variety. The 2 halves are really good with their timing of their pass. They give the other players time. So Kennedy and the 2 centres and the 2 wingers get time to do their stuff. The halves just dig deep enough to engage the line and then they give time and space to the outside.
Well, he missed one from here early in the half. He'll start this out on the right. Did he say he'll get this one?
Well done, Andrew. Well done, Nico Hines. Coming this May, Stories of Origin, the podcast. The legends of Australia's greatest sporting rivalry relive their most memorable Origin performances. Stories of Origin, the podcast, Season 2, is available from Monday, May 1, wherever you get your podcast. So Monday, coming episode 1, Paul Horton and Peter Sterling, reliving the 1987 series, which was a 4-game series, Andrew. Game 4, Long Beach, California. Which is timely, given we're talking about kicking the season off in Vegas next year. Which you've excluded yourself from availability for.
I barred myself.
I thought Vegas barred you.
Those days are gone.
You'd have to do well to get barred in Vegas from here.
Haven't seen our Andrew. Go, Tommy.
Who's this Aussie guy? Hazelton and Hines and Wilton. Moylan to Talakai, that was neat as well. Clinical's the right word. Now Hines has all the time in the world. Oh, Ronaldo, I don't know whether he's play acting there. Oh, Hines has got it back anyway. It's a try. It's a try to the Dahlia medal winner.
Stop it. Stop it. The ball just bounces for him, doesn't it? Talk about the golden child. He could put his hand down a toilet and pull out a goal watch. Kicks into the corner for Mulatalo. Mulatalo gets knocked down. Nico says, I've got it. Harvey Norman replay. Just give it back to me. Incredible stuff. Paul Gallen.
Yeah, guys, I want to highlight where Nico Hines was on the left-hand side of the field. In the first half, he was scheming down the right-hand side of the field. That's one thing he does really well. He plays all over the field. You see a lot of halves in a lot of teams. They situate themselves on one side of the field. So one half will start on the left, one half will start on the right, and they allow the fullback to float around every part of the field. Whereas Nico Hines, he goes wherever he wants. Wherever the ball is, Nico will be. Matt Moylan stays mainly on the left-hand side of the field, whereas Nico goes wherever he wants.
Oh. Why wouldn't he?
The short side raids then. The combination between Brayley at dummy half and Nico and first receiver. That was beautiful to watch. They just marched him upfield with short side raids.
Who were the great short side players, Joey?
Oh, some of the back rowers. Jim Dimmick, he was great. Jason Smith was great. Tawera Nicow.
Yeah.
Now, he was sensational. I understand Wally Lewis was the greatest of them all, playing short sides. They were asking Wayne Bennett about Wally, and he said his greatest attribute, when he wanted the ball, he got it.
Nico swings it very late. It looked like he was going to miss. But he is the golden boy. He's got a remote control attached to the footy. Friday night footy tomorrow on 9. Oh, this is a mouth-watering clash. The ladder-leading Broncos host a red-hot South Sydney Rabbitohs at a packed Suncorp Stadium. Don't miss all the action right here from 7:30 on your home of NRL footy. Nine's Wide World of Sports. Of course, Broncos missing a couple. Ezra Mam, Payne Haas, the main ones.
Well, next week for the Cowboys, they've got the Roosters at Magic Round Sunday. It's the game, live and free. You'll see it here, 4 o'clock. You can imagine Chad Townsend, he's came off the field with that calf injury. He'll be in serious there.
Oh, look at this. Brayley's punching through holes. They are gassed. There's 18 minutes to go.
Well, if the Sharks stay enthusiastic, they can get as many as they want.
Hazelton with an offload.
Locked on
Doesn't
into the
quite
defender.
come to fruition. Big announcement So for the 9 network today,
Up. Shot clock on.
every NRLW game for this season will be available live and free on 9 Now and the 9 network. It is a supercharged NRLW competition, 48 games across 11 weeks. We've got the new teams involved as well. We'll have 4 Saturday triple headers, 3 primetime matches on Channel 9 HD, 2 Thursday night primetime games during the NRL finals as well. Over 100 hours of Women's Rugby League live and free here on 9. We are the home of the NRLW and it all starts July 22. Drinkwater into first receiver. 15 short, middle of the ground now. Centre done. We're not throwing too much at them at the moment. 6 more. Drinkwater. He looks to be calling the shots out there now in attack. And Nene couldn't hold his footing. Wilson wraps him up. Ball spiralled away. Playing as Granville. Dearden with a dummy and a step. He left Graham behind. And Hazelton in to wrap him up. So only 3 used on this fresh set. Drinkwater with a Harbour Bridge ball for foul. No, he went over.
Want to check it? In a touch. Play the ball. Middle.
There's a beautiful ball.
Play the ball, Wade.
Goes into the line. Watch how he slows himself up and gets it over the top. Cole Felt, and his feet go out.
The problem with Cole Felt, he was standing still when he got it. He really wasn't flying onto it. Half overrun it and just had to pause.
It was a great desperation from Mulatalo.
He's competitive. From the first time I ever saw him play as a teenager, Mulatalo, he was so competitive, so enthusiastic, revving his teammates up. It was the first thing you noticed about him, how excited he got about his football, how much it meant to him. He hasn't changed that part of his game. It's stayed with him.
There's the Sharks NRLW team. They'll be entering the competition this year. So looking forward to watching all of that. It's added another fascinating, absorbing layer to our coverage and to the sport in general. Ramian, lovely little play, that one. A little in and away attempt, and he was pulled down by Holmes. Wanted to have another crack at him. And Nico Hines. It's a tantalising one. Moylan got a hand on it and knocked it off.
Last tackle.
Jada Taylor, she signed with the Sharks.
Hand over here.
She scored the 110-metre try at Leichhardt that night for the New South Wales under-19.
I called that. It was my try of the year.
Someone from Channel 9 was showing me before the game, the replay. 15 million views.
Is that right?
On YouTube, yeah. On social media.
It's the future, baby. The women's game. It's getting bigger and bigger. Great to have it here at Channel 9. Come on, Cowboys, something. Something.
Done for Kajeski.
People in North Queensland sitting up late just wanting something.
Maybe not that.
Oh, dear.
Are you worried about the Cowboys this year making the 8?
Everybody up. Shot clock on.
I wasn't.
Middle, Nico. Middle, mate.
I wasn't.
In the middle, guys.
Oh, I don't know now.
Well, Taumalolo's out for another 5-6 weeks.
No, it might even be longer. I think.
Longer?
They're missing some true. You know, the competition is pretty congested. You win 3 or 4 in a row in this comp, you leapfrog a lot of teams. We've just got to rediscover the magic. Roosters, Dragons, Tigers, Eels, Storm. 3 of those away.
Well, last year's form, they'd be capable of winning all of those. This year's form, that's a difficult 5-week window for them.
Well, they've got to start here. They've still got 12 minutes here, 13 minutes here. how they finish this off could be well how they play next week. You never stop working, never stop learning. Keep trying.
Hines for Nicola. For Ramier.
Just keep turning up, keep trying. Don't give up.
Brayley's second receiver, Moylan. That was a nice play. He's got subtle hands, doesn't he, Matt Moylan? Ball played by Wilton. Brayley runs towards the posts. McInnes
Goes onto his
bobbled
back.
it.
Every year I watch Blake Brayley. He's getting better and better every
Ball up.
year.
Shot clock on.
Pretty small for a dummy half, but his defence, his technique, he gets up under him, but his service from dummy half. And that play there, when I went to the sideline, he came back to the middle. His service to his outside man. Ball just bobbles into a Cowboys player. His brother Jaden, Newcastle, is out with the knee. I understand there's a younger brother too playing in the juniors at Cronulla. Plays dummy half.
Really?
Yeah. Probably ask Gal about him. I think Gal's tight with the family.
Yeah, there's definitely another one, Taj Brailes, and the old man Glenn Brayley's in one of the recruitment guys here at Cronulla. He describes them as good, better, and best. So he says Jaden's good, Blake's better, but Taj is the best. That's the way he describes him.
The old man didn't play number 9 too, did he, Gal?
I think he did back in the day, yeah.
What about that?
Probably a local A grade, I think.
And does Dad coach the women's team?
I think Taj is his favourite child, though.
You find that with brothers. Generally, the younger brother's better than the older one.
Isn't that amazing? 3 brothers all play the same position, and the dad. What's he rule there, the ref? Does he make up his mind yet?
He's waiting to be told what the rule.
Oh, it's a Sharks penalty.
Although he went up for the ball.
He tackles him, which denies him.
He was tackled.
You're challenging. Okay, time off.
It's an interesting one. Because
Challenging the ruling that they've tackled him and denied him the opportunity to regain and negate the knock-on.
What if he did catch the ball? Are you going to let him bounce?
yeah, I think he was committed to the tackle, and Mulatalo looks like he's got the ball. You can tackle him. Nothing wrong with tackling him.
Ronaldo initially tries to attempt to catch the ball. When he's then tackled, he's denied the opportunity to regather possession. The challenge is unsuccessful.
That is extremely harsh. Extremely harsh.
If he knows he doesn't have it and then he stops him regaining it, that's the way they've ruled it. Come on.
Catching the ball, you tackle him. It's not your fault he drops it.
Hold for the foot.
You're out
Hold
there.
your top. Hold.
It's another rule I've learned.
Oh, big tackle on McInnes. Cohen Hess. Shirt fronts him now. Hamanuele. Played it fast too. Broke out of the tackle of Nane on the ground, and then Hines with a short ball. He sends Nikora charging into them. Well taken by the back rower at close quarters.
He's hurt his knee here.
Oh no, not a knee.
I think it's an
Tackle
impact.
3 with Britain.
Well, I hope it's an impact.
But knee on knee.
Yeah, I think it was knee on knee. You talk about courageous players. This back rower, he'll run into a dead end for his halves. Yeah, I don't think there's any twist. Let's hope it's an impact. Yeah, knee on knee.
Knee on knee. Bone on bone.
Yeah, the relationship between the half and the back rower is so important to a team. They have trust in each other, and that combination can terrorise defences.
He's all right.
Tackle 3.
It's a relief.
Just there, Nick. I'll be
He
tackle
burst
3,
onto the
mate.
scene. Britt Nikora, if you remember, he in the early stages of his NRL career, I think he on a try-scoring blitz, had a couple of leaner seasons, but this year, this might be his best season ever. The way things are going.
Have a look at the Sharks all lined out to the left here. They're just...
Hey, Jack, just push up a step, mate, for us. Carvey, just go a bit closer.
Is this the slingshot?
It's like one of those nature shows, you know, where the sharks are setting up their prey. You're hoping the seal gets away.
Go 3.
There's the setup play. Oregon Corfusi. Hines and Hiku rushed out to try and put some pressure on the movement.
Everybody up.
See, they had some numbers over too, didn't they?
Where's you want to go, mate?
If Hickau doesn't make the grab, they score for sure.
Kia knockoff, our post-match show, the Paul Green medal ceremony. The winning team coach will name the inaugural recipient of that, and I'd imagine Nico Hines is right up there in reckoning. What's JT loving tonight? We will find out, and there's Paul Green's family who, well, they had, I suppose, split allegiances, didn't they, given his involvement with both clubs. Ramian over the line and gets the ball down.
The body's in motion. And once again, they hit the right man. Jesse Ramian, he's a brute, this young man. Harvey Norman replay, the ball will come out. Moylan to Nico. Nico holds the ball. Just the perfect timing. Looking up, picks the right man at 3 or 4 options, holds it at the right time. Look at that perfect timing, the pass. Jesse Ramian goes over.
They're just powerful, these two centres, aren't they? They can make people miss. They're very strong in traffic. We know they've got the skill to pass, but if they're called upon, they just break tackles. They help with meterage coming out of their own half of the field.
I think Jesse Ramian's only the last couple of years really understanding his game and his real strengths. I think he can keep improving. So he changed his line then, just subtle. Ran the straight line, and then just as Nico had the ball, this may show it here, comes off his left foot to get himself into space. Watch the movement. There, left foot, just to get to the outside of Valentine Holmes. Yeah, I think he's still got a lot of improvement. Did you say he's 26 today?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a brute.
Yep.
He's got that strength which you cannot manufacture in the
Just
gym.
reviewing the grounding from Jesse Ramian.
He scored the try an hour ago.
Just looking to see if Jesse Ramian maintains possession. At this point, the ball is off the ground, and it has now come away from his arm, and he's lost possession in the in goal. We have a decision.
There's that Radley camera again.
The inflictor angle.
It's going to be 20.
The try was nearly in tomorrow morning's paper.
Front foot here. Front foot.
We've got to stop the presses. Oh, it's a funny game.
Let up now, Cameron. Marcus square.
Stop press. I've heard someone say that.
Stop the presses.
Oh, it's how lucky now. Well, they've got to regroup in North Queensland. Look, people expected they would build on their rapid rise last year. It was a staggering bolt up the ladder. They were right down the bottom. They finished top 4, and people thought, well, that's just a building block. This is the year that they're going to be right up in the firing line. So it's really hard to see what they're doing here.
If they don't get some troops back around Origin time, they're going to miss half a dozen players. Val Holmes will be there. Murray Tuolangi may be there. I'd say he'll be there.
Oh, he's been floored there, Ronaldo, hasn't he? No.
Jeremiah Nene, he'll be there. Ruben Cotter, he'll be there. Reece Robson, he's a chance of playing for New South Wales. They're going to miss half a dozen players during that Origin time. They want to get some troops back.
All right, so Ronaldo was taken out in a competition for the ball. He's come away a bit ginger, but okay. Now Hamlin ULA. Where do you see the Sharks in this landscape of
I think
premiership?
they're appealing for a hit drop here.
Oh. Whoa!
Leave it, Royce. Hello.
Is he the angry man you were talking about?
That's Hamlin
No,
ULA.
it's Hamlin ULA.
Oh, okay.
He's even
Tackle
angrier.
forward, Royce. Walk away. He's taking back for us.
Well, that is a bad one.
Oh.
We've had a few this year where I thought they were accidents. That one there, that is dangerous. He's lucky he hasn't got a
That looks
broken
like
leg.
an action for me that comes down on his leg, mate.
Well, I don't want to jeopardise anything, but if precedent's
Just
anything to go by, the
take
Cowboys
it back,
might be down
guys.
another player for a few weeks. The
Nick,
league
you
is
just take him
not
back for us,
looking favourably on tackles of that nature.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Well, the worrying thing for that one, there was no momentum.
Okay.
Sometimes you see
Jeremiah,
momentum and they naturally
Jeremiah.
swing. He stops and then he swings himself around.
You swing around and you come down on the legs. It's dangerous contact. Nico. Hey, Nico, I understand his reaction. Like, you just don't want anything that's going to land you or blokes in trouble.
Well, let's hope it's not a serious injury.
So the Sharks are far from impressed with that. Even the trainer's shaking his head.
Front foot, Jake. Front foot. Hold.
Sifa Talakai. Still 7 minutes to go. Still time for some more Sharky tries here as Moylan and Hines link up together. And Kennedy spears into a gap which is shut by Drinkwater's tackle, 6 metres out. Hines, Brayley, and now Big Royce. Very Big Royce. Moylan. Lovely ball. Good hole run there from Wilton. The defence was shoddy, but it was nice skill. And another one for Cronulla.
Yeah, this right-hand side defence for the Cowboys, well, they're just guessing now. They've tried everything. They've tried racing up quick. They've tried sliding out. But nothing works for them. Harvey Norman replay. They've just got everything covered here, the Sharks. This time Moylan plays short. He goes through the outside shoulder of Tom Chester there. And it's just all too easy for them.
I really like this young man as a player. Really like him. Teague Wilt. Paul Gallen's around it. I'd like to ask Gal about how you see him as a player. Tell us what he's like, how he trains.
Yeah, Joey, he's a great young player. He's been in the system for a number of years. He's from the South Coast. He's actually, I think, the nephew of John Morris. He's related to John Morris somehow, but he is a great young player. Trains really, really hard. Runs terrific lines on the edge there as a solid defender. And look, he's keeping Wade Graham out of his favoured left-hand side position. So that says a bit about the kid. He's got a big future, no doubt about him.
He's played every minute of the season.
Yeah, I heard you say that early in the game.
He's from Narooma. Played with the Narooma Devils. Played Australian schoolboys. Went to Endeavour Sports High. Captain Cronulla's Jersey Flegg grand final winning team in 2018. Holden Cup for Cronulla in 2017. He's been coming through.
Gus has got it all covered for us. Great kick by Hines, 44 points to 6. Coming up on Chemist Warehouse Sunday footy, off to Wollongong. The Dragons hosting the Bulldogs. live from Wynn Stadium. Don't miss all the action from 3 p.m. right here on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Fascinated to see how the Dragons back up after that slugfest on Anzac Day.
This will be a beauty. I can't wait for this one.
Nick.
Biggest winning margin for Cronulla over North Queensland, 38 points in 2021 a couple of years ago. So we're level with that now. And more bad luck today in the Bulldogs camp, I understand. An injury to Max King, who's been super for Canterbury.
So Braden Trindle's on. He's the 18th man, Braden Trindle.
So how did they instigate that?
Danica can tell us.
Yes, they have just activated the 18th man, and that's because Braden ULA was forced from the field, and the player who caused the injury was sent to the sin bin. So when they're sent to the sin bin for that foul play, they can activate their 18th man.
Of course, thanks, Danica. You think about it more around HIA, don't you? But in instances of sin bins and reported tackles, dangerous tackles, that could also apply. Good attacking catch there by Taulagi.
They've got some real depth, haven't they, the Sharks? Braden Trindle, 18th man, he's too good to be playing low grades.
Look out.
The other one that hasn't seen any NRL this year is Connor Tracy. Now, I'm reasonably sure he was the Sharks Player of the Year a couple of years ago.
He's a perfect 14. He can play anywhere. Play in the backs anywhere. He can play in the back row, play lock, play dummy half.
Yeah. Can't run. There'd be clubs falling over themselves to try and get hold of a player like him, I'd imagine. Here's Tenor Brown. So can Cronulla reach the 50 here inside the final 3 minutes? Dearden up and under. Kennedy safe as always. Evades the first tackle of Chester. Then he offloads, and Sione Katoa. He's looking for a long ball here. He put his wingmate inside. Mulatalo, and the ball ends up with Talakai.
Coach was holding his breath as the winger was trying to pass.
You moved and you lost it. Challenging.
Tom Chester and
Okay, Adam,
back play, holding the
I've
left
ruled that
knee.
Sifa Talakai has moved off the mark and then lost the ball.
They lost it down there when I went for the ball and they challenged it. And I got to play the ball.
You challenged it, mate.
You challenged that.
And you won it. That's a pretty good attempt, though. You almost had me, Scott.
Sifa initially moves to the left to attempt to play the ball and places the ball on Pete Hicker's foot and loses possession. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Challenge is unsuccessful.
Tom Chester,
It's a scrum.
he's coming off the field. This is horrible for the Cowboys.
Disastrous, isn't it?
It's a scrum, guys. We just got to wait for Tom. He's injured prior.
Spoke before last year, only used 25 players.
What's my mark here, G?
This happens when you come to Cronulla.
Here we are here, guys. Up here, guys.
That's
Up here.
Done here.
is one of the.
Bring it up.
That's not good.
Good player too.
What's his best position in the halves?
Well, I'm sure he could play there. I'm not sure about his best position, but I'm sure he could play anywhere. 7, 6, 9, 1, 13.
Right, you're right. Okay, heads in the back.
Sounds like the lotto numbers.
Hitting well. Time on. Break.
Good hand if you give me those. Dearden. Drink water. And Taulagi. And a fine one for the fans in Townsville here. So a long road trip to Cronulla. And they've been soundly beaten here tonight.
I think Townsville's gone to bed, mate. The lights are out.
Around the back there, Dearden. They might have been pinged for obstruction there on a different evening.
Well, they knocked Nico Hines over because there's no try. We don't look at it.
It's an all-brown. Drink water. Oh, Ronaldo's knocked it on. Talakai comes from in front of the ball, gets behind it, which is why it wasn't offside, and then he's regained possession.
Classy performance from the Sharks tonight. They did it so easily. Every time they got in attacking position, they executed their plays well. Other than a couple of little glitches, they've defended okay. Although the Cowboys didn't throw much at them, did they?
So we stand by for the inaugural Paul Green medal. So it'll be Craig Fitzgibbon, the winning coach this evening, who'll nominate the winner of that. Another tradition that we launch in the game this evening to honour a wonderful servant of the sport. He's won everything else, Nico Hines. He may as well win that one too, I suppose. Well, they've had a lot of great contributors out there tonight.
It's been a great team performance, very clinical. Quite masterful, really. I've said a number of times, I think the winner of this premiership is well hidden, but Sharks are there. You know, they can just keep building on the mental part of their game so that they can put in solid 80-minute performances.
Well, Kyle Felt, he screamed then when he's hobbling too. He's holding a knee.
No, surely not another one. The second last tackle of the game.
Now, it's a dismal night for the Cowboys. They've come down to the Bermuda Triangle and they'll go home with their own tale to tell. Nico Hines, absolute starring performance, but he had plenty of mates. Plenty of mates in a very, very good Cronulla Sharks performance.
7 tries to 1. So hard to beat at home, Cronulla. And that's 3 straight for them now. And then they're up into second position as we launch round 9 of the competition. Full time, Sharks 44, Cowboys 6 in Thursday night footy.